Good morning. That's what I like to call service. Getting two forklifts to unload you. That's a great thing about flatbedding. You don't stay. I guess you don't burn a lot of time at a shipper. You don't burn a lot of time at the receiver, which is thankful. It's Monday, 7:30, the 24th of July. Can you believe that? The 24th of July, and our day of the Lord, 2023. These guys are rocking. Check this out. This is nice. Down here in Kings Mountain, I spent the night last night in Burlington, North Carolina. I was going to try to get all the way down here, but man, it rained. And this is what's called number 2 select. It's not select structure, but it's a kiln dried wood, so it's all dry and it's stored inside. So I didn't want to come down here in the rain and get it all wet, because that wouldn't have been cool. Had a great day at church. Great service. It was pretty crazy. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that movie Nefarious. Dude, it'll get over with and you'll be like, what in the world? But it's so accurate at what's going on and how evil the evil is today. You see me right here, what I'm doing, there's a button I push. There's that. And I got on this spread axle, it adds air to this and lifts it up, so I'm less wear and tear, and it's just running all in the back axle. But yeah, crazy movie. You got to see it. You've got to see it. It's eye opener, a game changer. But it's almost like afterwards you're like, wow, I've seen stuff like this. I've seen people act this way. I've seen how, whether it be in assaults or murders or stuff, it's like, man, what's the deal with them? They have a mental disease. It's almost like they're possessed. Or you hear people say, I just blacked out. Well, you understand why they blacked out. Because there's two sides battling right now, and we can see it. We can see it in the media. We can see it in the leadership of our country. I drive through D.C. all the time, and I tell you what, as a guy said one time, you could smell the sulfur of his domain when you drive through that swamp. It's just disgusting. But yeah, had a good time there. Usually we do some cooking, but we didn't this time. We went and saw my wife's cousin in Raleigh and sort of hung out, which was cool. And like I said, went to church Sunday. You know what I like is when I go to church, I'll have like words, not words of knowledge, I guess you would say, but it's like I'll just have a word pop in my head. And what was really interesting about Sunday was I left there and I was talking to my wife. I'm going, the things that are in my head today are simple, or simplicity. God's plan, God's promise is simple. It's never changing. He doesn't. We create the complexities in everything. He doesn't. His plan's been the same forever. Oh, get my paperwork. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Hey.
You too, buddy. But I'll continue. I got to get back on the road, but we'll continue this incredible feeling or sensation I had about the simplicity of God and His promise and the keys. Cruising into that not old, that brand new QT here in Dillon. Check my load that I just picked up in Prosperity. Prosperity, South Carolina mill. that I like hauling out of there. It's always a good rate, decent rate. Headed out to Elizabeth City, North Carolina, out to the beach. I don't know if I get to go all the way out to the beach, but at least I'll be close to one of the inlets there. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow. Cloudy today, but nice tomorrow, which I'm thankful for. Nice to be sitting on a load and then get a good paying, good $3, $3.25 a mile out there on I think it's a 335-mile run, something like that. This is a golden hour at QT. You never see absolutely nobody at the pumps. That's a rarity, especially at that other QT that I like down there outside of Spartanburg at the exit 54. This is pretty cool though. But yeah, I'll pull in here, use the facilities, check my load. I have like not a cooler per se, but just like a big insulated stainless steel mug that I store ice in, that I'll put in a smaller insulated mug like I drink my Diet Pepsis or anything else, but instead of always having to chase ice or have an ice chest, that's what I like to use. So let's pop in there and get refreshed, get back on the road, and keep on trucking to Elizabeth City. I love driving out here. Look at the glory of God out here. The sun shining off of the ocean and bouncing up on the clouds. God is great. Give thanks. And know what real love and gospel love is. Just choose Him, and you'll know like you've never known before. Tuesday morning, we finally made it here. Day 2. I actually left Sunday night, but I just ran over to Burlington, stayed at a truck stop there, which wasn't much of a rough run. It was like 2 hours over there. See, I left you guys, we're in Dillon, South Carolina, after dropping in. Man, it just blends together. I'm getting old, damn it. Kings Mountain, went from Kings Mountain to Prosperity, South Carolina. I stayed in Williamston, North Carolina, which is like you're headed out to Elizabeth City. And now I'm in Elizabeth City at Universal Forest Products. But looks like finally the people are coming in. That's nice. Come on, people. Let's get unloaded. You know you ain't earning if the wheels ain't turning. Just saying. But where did I leave you? Oh, I was talking about the paperwork. About the simplicity of the gospel and keys. The words that sort of came to me when my wife and I were coming back. And it's pretty simple. I mean, even when you think about when Satan took Jesus for those 40 days, it's like, I'm going to show you this, I'm going to show you this, I'm going to give you the keys to my kingdom. Prince of the air, Prince of the earth. Just fall down and worship me. That was pretty simple for Jesus to see. It's like, well, I get this temporarily, or I get eternal glory. Simple. Has to do with keys. But yet, Jesus also says, just follow me. Just follow me. And you'll have the keys to the kingdom of God. Simple. Dire consequences between the two. Absolutely dire consequences. Because as we all know, or most of us know, that in the Christian faith, everything around us turns to dust. Everything materially, or it's what I used to talk to my kids, and I talk to temporally, earthly. It's man-made. There's no divinity behind it. So there's nothing guaranteed in it. We were picked to be on this earth at this time for a specific purpose. You can't drive yourself crazy trying to figure out what that purpose is, but walk in faith knowing that divinely you will know. Or walk in faith that each thing happens for a reason. Don't go down the wormhole and wonder why. And that's been my biggest challenge with peers and friends, and especially my children. Don't go down that wormhole. Down the wormhole for why. Have faith. These things challenges us. Wow, man, you can tell I'm tired. I haven't had enough coffee. Phonetically, I'm having, I would say a blonde moment, but having a bald moment. By the way, this is not male pattern baldness. This is an autoimmune disease called alopecia, but that's a whole different topic. But I just want people to know that both paths can be a simple decision. You can take that wide path, which many will take, that leads to destruction, or you look at that narrow gate, open it up, take the narrow path, which leads to the Father. Because you will not be in the presence of the Father if it wasn't through His Son, Jesus Christ. Simple, right? Only the human mind complicates it. So, I hope everybody out there stay safe, stay blessed. We're going to see what the rest of this week's holding on. Man, I ain't had a biscuit yet. I ain't had enough coffee yet. But anyway, bless you guys. And as you guys all know, we will be heaven bound and hammer down. So, see you on the next one.